Chapter 6. Discern your field. Another parable he put forth to them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. Emphasis mind, which indeed is the least of all the seeds, but when it is grown, it is greater than the herbs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and nest in it in its branches. Matthew chapter 13 verse 31 to 32. In 2019 at our church crossover service, the Spirit of God reminded us of what kind of year we are walking into, the greatest year 2020. It is to be a year where the believers need to watch over themselves, look after themselves, upgrade themselves, and focus on their faith so that it changes form from a mere seed to being a tree. The specific instruction was to give an attention to the field that concerns each individual person. Your field is your region, your space, your place, your country, your zone, and your designated area of work and influence. As you increase your focus, your time, and your throw, I encourage you to do so in your own field. I doubt it's right time for us to change our fields. It's a sufficient grace for you in your field. The risk is too high to cross over now into new territory. New territory is unfamiliar circumstances can cause a predicament. A new field will push you to assume, and assumptions are not convictions that carry you through. Convictions form the basic of your faith, not the assumptions. Faith works best when you have a spiritual information concerning what you wish to accomplish. Moving into a new field places you in a predicament and unpredictability. Matthew chapter 13 verse 31 to 32 provides the basis of the insight you are looking for in this greatest year. If you think you should attempt something to the contrary, you can, but keep in mind that you do so without the guarantee that it's going to work. The word of the Lord is clear. Sow in your field, the temptation is to switch, the temptation is to move, but I am encouraging you to reconsider taking those options. For example, if you speak to a pilot, he'll inform you that once the aircraft has taxied on the runway and gained the speed, you get to the point where it's too late to slow down or reconsider, especially after the aircraft has taken off. There is such thing as too late to reconsider, and we have already taken wing into 2020. Stick to your field, sow in your field, invest in your field, and reap in your field. Master your field. I doubt this is the year to make too many changes. It should be more in line with Genesis 26, where Isaac wanted to make a slight shift during the challenging times by changing his field, but God said no to it. I'm sure the no would be discouraging to hear, because there was an easier way through the famine elsewhere. The easier route is not always God's way, and neither is there grace for an easier route. Isaac stayed on and sowed on his land, his field, and his space, and reaped 100 times more in the same year. If you follow the instruction, you can stay safe from the destruction. Sowing in your own field makes so much more sense, especially to those in lockdown or curfew, because you are unable to do much and are restricted behind the locked doors in a given space. However, even after the lockdown or curfew is lifted, I recommend focusing on your space. Your space has His grace. So in your field, stay in your field, focus on your field, commit yourself to your field. It shall yield results. I hope you will consider applying the 6 steps I have listed above to your life and that of your family as you recover from the effects of this global pandemic and begin to rebuild and restore that which was seemingly stolen during this time. I'm certain this book will be that rare fuel that causes speed and more so a turbo boost for your spirit, soul, and body throughout the 2020 and beyond. Amen.